YouTube, what's going on? I'm back, and today has been one of those days. So I wake up this morning, I'm over at Jubit's truck stop in Portland, and just like every normal day, I wake up, I'm happy, ready to get my day started. I'm like, yeah, let's kick ass, let's do this, I'm ready to go for the day. You know, I've been doing my keto, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great. Not expecting anything to go wrong. So anyways, my receiver, I'm under a load. My receiver's right down the road. And, you know, I went in, got my coffee, did all that stuff, and I get over on the 405 on the bridge, and boom, yellow and red check engine lights come up. And I'm like, wow, like that, I just had a PM done on this truck. I had new shocks put all the way around. I had the whole system, you know, checked out for coolant leaks, oil leaks, air leaks, all that stuff. PM done, shocks. So my truck just came out of the shop in Georgia, and I'm like, what's going on? So I literally pull over because I have the red flashing light at this point, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So I pull over, put out my triangles, and pop the hood. And I do have low coolant, so I top off the coolant. I still obviously have a coolant issue that I'm trying to figure out. My mechanic said that he bypassed something. I'm not sure what he did, but he said that he bypassed something on my coolant system, but I'm not exactly sure what he did. So anyways, so I top off the coolant, and I crank the truck back up. Still the same thing, yellow and red check engine lights on it. So I'm like thinking, well, what could it be now? I just had a PM done on it. I have brand new oil in this truck. I mean, I only went from Georgia to Portland. I mean, if I'm going through that much oil in, you know, 5 days, then that's a problem. Anyways, I had some oil in it, crank it back up, same thing, yellow and red check engine lights. So at this point, I'm like, I gotta get off this highway. I can't be on this highway anymore. Like I gotta go somewhere. I'm literally 1.4 miles from my receiver. So I go out, get my reflective triangles, and you know, pack everything up, put my hood down, lock everything in, and I limp it over to the shop. And sorry, I had a little notification, web alerts. So I was also working on, you know, getting my next load. I'm trying to get back down to Southern California. So there was a couple times that I had stopped and I turned off the truck at like a red light, cranked it back up because those lights were flashing, and you know, had to do that probably like 4 or 5 times before I could get it over to my receiver. And then when I'm there, I'm like literally like I pull it in and I turn it off, and I'm just like blocking, like not blocking anybody. There's plenty of room in the parking lot, but you know, I'm like in the dead center of the parking lot, like just with my truck off. And so I let the guy know the situation, and I'm like, he was already walking over to my truck, so I'm like, man, I got red flashing lights, I don't know what's going on. So I showed him, and what's going on? So I showed him what was going on, and you know, I talked to the guy over there, and they were nice enough to let me drop my trailer in the door. And, you know, at this point, I'm still freaking out about everything. You know, the world's ending. I got blow by. My truck's blowing up. I don't know what to do. I'm thinking, you know, the world's basically coming to an end, and I'm obviously assuming the worst at this point. Like, I'm gonna have to go hop in my dad's old truck or figure out plan B. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. How am I gonna get back to Georgia? How am I gonna see my girlfriend? How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do that? Like, all these things are running through my head. But so anyways, I'm on the phone, I'm calling all these shops to do road calls, and none of them can do them. I finally find a place, and I talked to this guy named Doug, and that this lady referred me to, and come to find out they were 0.3 miles down the road, which is like literally like 3 or 4 warehouses down the road. So I get over here and I pull in, and you know, a guy comes out on this little, I don't know, scooter thing or whatever, and he hooks straight up into my system. And sure enough, it was the coolant sensor. I was already 90% sure at this point because I've been calling around, and I don't see why there could be any other problems, because my truck runs great. I just had a PM done on it, and you know, I've had it checked out for different stuff like that. But yeah, he hooks up to the computer and, you know, finds out that there's a because it said fail 19 on the dash as well. So when he hooked it into his system, he could see that it was the coolant sensor. So anyways, I'm here now, and I'm just, it's just been one of those days when you don't know what's going on. You're trying to figure out what the problem is, and I do need to drain that oil that I put in there. So I put in like 2 gallons of oil. So they're gonna have them do that. I'm gonna keep it because it's pretty fresh, you know. But I spent this money on like oil as well. So no, I already had the oil in my truck, but I mean, at least I could take it back out and hopefully reuse it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. But it's just scary. And that's also why I'm pretty bad at making videos, because it's like, if I made a video on every single time something happened, like, I would have no time to actually solve the problems, because it's literally every week with something, you know. You're having to maintain something, you're having to do something, you have to put work in this truck. I do think I have a solid truck though, so I definitely don't think I'm anywhere close to needing an M-frame or anything like that. But I do have a coolant issue right now, so if you guys know where the coolant's going, because I don't, there's no visible leaks anywhere, no visible oil leaks, no visible coolant leaks, but I'm losing coolant somewhere, and I don't know where. I've had my mechanic check it out, he topped it off and did everything he did, he couldn't find a problem. So if you guys have any clue on where my coolant could be going, please let me know down in the comments. So we're at 7 minutes right now. I'm looking ratchet, I need a shower. It's been one of those days. Truck is a mess. Got shit all over the bed. Triangles, oil everywhere, coconuts turned over. There's my, like, I got that bag at Prime, and it's like just a bunch of random stuff on there. Sorry dudes, I got cut off there. Guy came over, got my VIN number. I meant to stay recording, but it went off. So they're gonna start with the coolant sensor, and hopefully get me rolling. But I know they can't start on my trailer until maybe later or even in the morning. So I'm gonna turn off these flashers. I'm not really in a rush. They told me it was cool if I leave my trailer over there. So either way, you know, hopefully I can just replace this sensor and get on down the road and everything's still according to plan, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, leave in the comments if you guys know, if you have a DD15 Freightliner Cascadia. Let me know if you guys have had any coolant issues, because I don't know. I think my mechanic did say that my jug at some point needs to be replaced, so I really don't know. Oh, they're working on it right now. Let's see. Not exactly sure what he's doing right now. Maybe pressurizing the system. I don't know, maybe he's draining coolant. Yeah, it looks like he's taking coolant out. You taking coolant out of the system? Oh yeah, you gotta drain that, right? Oh, so you can take that plug out, right? Okay, that makes sense. Oh, really? Oh, right, okay. We'll do this from down. Yeah, that sounds safer. Okay. So hopefully that sensor right there fixes the problem. If it's not, you think it will? You 100%? 90%? Okay, we're 100%. I feel good with that then. I will make sure to give you guys a good review too. Okay, so I got Doug's name. What was your name? James. Okay, Chad. Nice to meet you too, man. All right, guys. So that's what's going on. Anyways, I was supposed to link up with my friends Luke and Shauna. So if you guys are watching this, shout out to you guys. Shout out to my mechanic Nate down in California. my mentors, Steve, Melvin, Lee, Scotty, my pops, of course. I've had many mentors over the day. If you're going to get into the trucking game, I also recommend finding as many mentors as possible. Sometimes that might be a problem because you get mixed reviews, though, when you have certain issues and you're calling all these people trying to figure out what the hell's going on. But I mean, I definitely recommend having as many mentors as possible. So I definitely got blessed with my mentors and, you know, my mechanics as well. Another thing that I kind of want to touch on, I really do not bring this truck to a Freightliner dealership unless I absolutely have to, or any dealership, any Speedco, TA. I only let people work on this truck that I know and trust. And you know, right now it's kind of an emergency situation. It's always scary when you're working with new people and you're going to new shops. You never know if they're going to do something right. You never know if they're going to do something wrong purposely just to, you know, rip you off. So it's always scary, you know, who you trust to let work on your equipment. So when you are independent like I am, stay with your truck, keep an eye on these guys, close eye, stay with your truck at all times. And a lot of times if they don't want you to be around your truck, then you know it's shady business and stay away. So I only let people work on my truck that I know and trust fully. That way I can learn stuff as well along the way. And you know, I know I'm not getting screwed over in the process. So that's just how I look at it. I prefer my people to work on my equipment, because you never know. And I feel like my people go the extra mile as well. So I got good people out in California, Texas, and in Georgia is, you know, like my mains. Other than that, you know, if I was in an area and I really needed something, I'm sure I could reach out to some friends and some Landstar drivers and be like, hey, can you guys refer or recommend? But don't just pull your truck into any shop. Even the Speedcos and stuff and the TAs, they just treat you like a number. They want you in and out of there. But if you're having major work done, find somebody, you know, network, get in the groups on Facebook, get on YouTube, and do whatever you can to, you know, make a connection with somebody that you know and you trust. Meet these other drivers out there, see who their mechanics are, you know, try to work with the same people over and over again. That's probably the biggest advice and biggest tip that I can give. So anyways, I'm signing off. Thanks for watching. I didn't really have much informational today, you know, except for what's going on in my world. But if you like the content, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.